Oh, here we are at the cane pole, everybody. You see? There we are. Getting ready to do the big show coming up. Let's see what everybody's into. They've got it restocked and everything. Look at this. Yes, I'm doing it now. I told you I was. Look at this. So, Ian.
Yes.
So the state police is here. What did you do on the show, Ian? Oh my gosh.
What happened was I told them it was legal to fish a 5 rig Alabama rig in Tennessee as long as you didn't get caught. And
so they're arresting you here in Kentucky so you don't go to Tennessee, correct?
I got caught.
No. This is Officer Bennington. He's going to be on the show tonight. Glad to have you.
How you doing, sir?
And we can't wait. Okay, let's go check out. Kent is getting all this packed up. Look at this. He's got inventory everywhere. You ready for the show? Is that what we're giving away? Tonight. We giving those away?
Maybe.
Nice. Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole. The place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology. Lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait. Crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there he is. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. Kiss it. There you go. See, nice. Nice. That's a monster. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's another show. Welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Enjoy the show.
Ian,
Kent,
listen.
it's cold.
Listen. Do you know what it's going to feel like tomorrow morning with all the FLW guys?
I can't tell you. You know what?
14 degrees.
I'll be laying in my bed.
Running 65, 70 mile an hour from Burnside to the dam.
That's a stroke.
Listen, it's going to be like this.
You got any nibbles?
I can't tell. The fishing rod, I can't even hold it straight.
You got one or you?
But I do got my new monkey gloves on. And
so your hands feel good?
My hands feel good, but I'm a little cold. It's a little cold. Anyway, holy smokes. Man, it's cold.
Are you catching any fish at least?
I don't know, but that's a long run.
That is that's a good little.
Hey, how was your weekend?
My weekend
While I get out of these crazy gloves.
You know, my weekend, I had a fantastic weekend.
Yeah?
I got to go fishing.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely.
How was that?
It was tough.
Ugh.
I fished the Good Friday tournament, and it was a tough day. I fished with Gary. We had a great time though.
Did you?
Yeah, Gary Conley. We had a fantastic time.
What tournament was that? Oh, that was a Black Friday tournament.
Friday tournament. Yep. Good
and
Friday,
what happened there? Let's see, the delay, fog delay a little bit.
We sat at the ramp until 10:30-ish, and then finally they said you can go out at an idle, but if you go above an idle, you're DQ'd.
Wow.
So we idled out and we fished right there by Conley till I think around 12:30 you could finally see the run, but I mean by that time the morning bite's over. It's sky's high. And
so you know what's tough about that is the morning bite, you lost it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So if that's your bite, it's kind of tough, man. Yeah. It's kind of tough to catch 6 fish 3 hours. And it goes by quick, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you think you're used to an 8-hour tournament and then 3 hours goes and then boom, it's over.
You're gone. You're like, but wow.
You know, it's fun sitting on the boat.
We
had a good time
probably
sitting on the boat
of short
in the fog delay, right?
Oh, it was cold. It was cold.
Hey.
I was wearing Crocs.
Welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, back to the show.
Back to the show. Sorry, we're just having a great conversation. We're talking about a little bit cold.
Yeah.
It is going to be crazy cold tomorrow for the FLW guys.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you.
I feel bad for them.
You know what I mean? It's 14 degrees. I know I've talked to a couple of them today.
They have heated seats.
They've had a few. They do. There's a guy came into the shop today, and he's got heated seats in his boat. So we'll see how that goes. So
running 60 miles. Though.
Definitely excited that I had some things here too.
Yeah.
That they called and made sure that I had in stock.
Yeah.
So that was great. Speaking of, we've got a packed show tonight. I don't want to. We'll talk about a few tournaments coming up, but then we've got. I mean, I can't even describe how much new stuff we have in the store.
It just keeps coming.
I'm going to just kind of like go through a few things, but the store is starting to become very packed. We are running out of space, but we have more stuff continue to come that we have space for, but we are super excited to have those.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's talk about a few tournaments, and then I want to talk a little about this show. Actually, let's talk a little bit about the show first.
Okay.
So what I'm excited about tonight is that we're going to see a few things. One, we're going to go through some new gear that we have here at the store. Then we're going to flip over and talk a little bit about the Trifecta series. John Webb and a couple of the tournament directors came up, and you'll see them on the screen, came up, and we did kind of a tour, talked about, the future and where we want to go with the store, and and how that's going to work with Trifecta. And I think we share very similar missions, and we're excited about that.
It's going to be a great year.
So it's going to be a great year for that. And we shot a little commercial about the Trifecta series and what we're doing video. So we'll be rolling that for just about 5 or 6 minutes. I think it's like 6.5 minutes. Once that comes back, I'm super excited to have the state trooper here, Scotty Pennington, PAO officer from London, to talk a little bit about our Trooper Island. And we are finally going to get to our raffle drawing tonight. So we're super stoked about that. I know that everybody that contributed this raffle, I want to thank you so much. We are going to pull that name out tonight.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk a little bit about that, Rod. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And so forth. So we'll do that. And then we might do a little education session with Scotty. He doesn't know this yet, but we're going to pull a couple of crazy baits out because he's such a phenomenal fisherman, right? And he knows all about, right? So we're going to pull out a couple of crazy baits and let him see how he would use them. And then after that, we'll roll back in to the rest of our show. We'll do an Educate Randy session and talk about, some few topics, and then we'll end it from there. Right? I know that last week we went 2 weeks ago. We went 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
We went to
rolling.
8:30 and went. It felt like 8.5 hours, and so we went to an hour and a half. So we'll try to trim it back a little bit this time. But we had a great time with those guys. So awesome. So let's talk a little bit about tournaments coming up. First off, immediately we have the FLW series starting tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday going on. They are going out of the Burnside ramp. So if you're going to be around there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of boats going out of Burnside in the morning, and the weigh-ins. We'll probably try to have more details on when the weigh-ins, things like that are, but definitely go to bassmaster.com to learn, or FLW, sorry.
It's FLW, and I think that all the weigh-ins are going to be running live. I think they start at 2 p.m. and they run to like 7 or
something like
they're
that.
Gonna, so they're going to be running weigh-ins live. You can tune in, watch
so you definitely
them.
do that, or if you do go down, be safe, social distance, do that whole thing you're supposed to do, and wear your mask. Good job, Ian. Way to go. Like you would normally say, don't get caught. So anyway, my point is, wear your mask.
I have to look good.
Anyway,
I don't want to go to jail.
Wear your mask. Yeah, do not go to jail. So with that being said, we also have the final series with Casting for the Cards. Casting with the Cards Kentucky Bass Nation series on Laurel for high school teams.
That's going to be a cold day.
So that's going to be a really cold day on Saturday.
It's going to snow on us.
So it's supposed to snow 45 degrees, I think, or high 41.
Yeah.
So we've got that going on at Laurel Lake. That's out of Marsh Branch.
Plus you have to put up with me all day.
That's right. And so, but we are sitting 5th in points.
Yeah.
By the way,
top 3 qualify for
top
nationals.
5.
Oh,
okay.
Is it top 5?
Yes.
Oh,
so we have to. You all have to catch some fish this weekend. No pressure. Anyway, we've got that going on, and then let's see what else. We have, of course, the South Centrals are still going on. I think there are How many left?
There are 4 left, and I still have to fish 3 of them.
Yeah, there are 4 South Centrals left, so you can no longer qualify for the Classic if you haven't fished any. That's gone, and then so just realize there's 4 left before the Classic, which is December 15th, that weekend maybe?
19th.
19th.
Yeah.
Sorry, the 19th.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, get that straight. So that's the South Central Classic.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
And then on December 12th, we have the USA Cares Open Tournament. All these dates are kind of going along the bottom of the screen.
So if we're not
correct, you can
correct,
check
just-
that.
yeah.
Yeah, check that. What I don't have on there is the South Central Classic, but I'll add that. So, but USA Cares Tournament, Open Tournament going out of Halcom's Landing on December 12th. And I'll be down there fishing that too.
Will you?
Yep.
Do you catch a sack?
Ben,
Great old bit.
listen.
Oh, how close were we? Now that I'm thinking of it, how close were we to our guesses in the Thanksgiving tournament?
Oh, what was the winning weight in the guest
18-4.
18-4.
If I'm not mistaken, I guessed right there around that.
Oh yeah?
I think I did.
don't know.
We'll have to check in on that, but I think I guessed
We'll have to
18.
ask the old producer to go back and see on the old video to see if we can figure that out, right? He'll see how good he is and see if he can get back there and figure that. But I think I guessed 21.9.
Yeah, you were.
Whatever, and well, realize it's 6 fish. And it wasn't 17, it was, wasn't it 19? It was 19 something.
18-4.
I think so. It was 6 fish. Anyway, maybe it was 17. I don't know.
It's 18.
Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about Thanksgiving tournament, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about. So listen, partner and I go out. We're super stoked, but they let everyone go off. Like they said, boat 1 through 50 coming back at this time, but I think it was misheard because a bunch of boats took off, right? Thinking that was 1 through 50 was just going to launch. So all of a sudden, boats start taking off. Then they say 1 through 10, those boats go, and then there's 11 through 20. Next thing it's chaos, and so I'm flying out. I'm like a bat toy. I'm boat 45, and I felt like everybody's gone. So anyway, I get there, and basically I turn off side. I'm just going to go pull off into a cut that I've caught some fish in before. Nothing. We had a totally different plan, and maybe that would have worked out, but we turn over and 3 casts in, I catch a 19-inch smallie. Right, in the boat. So I'm pretty excited. So I was like, hey, maybe it's going to be a good day, and maybe we did a good job. So we keep going. We catch a few more smallmouth.
Yeah.
And then I start flipping the back of pockets, and I think Ed caught a 14.5-inch largemouth, and then I flipped and caught 14 3/4-inch largemouth, and then another 14.5-inch largemouth, and then a small spot, and then we finally caught a keeper spot. So we're like, okay, we got 4 more to go. And so we were like, okay, we caught a bunch of smallies in the morning on this type of bank and rock, and I'll just say it, on our flats. And so we were like, let's stick to the flats in these pockets. So I went to 2 more pockets and caught decent-sized largemouth, but I couldn't catch a keeper. They were so close, but I felt like I could get that way.
Yeah.
Well, the next 30 cuts, I don't catch anything. So now I'm a little frustrated. And so we decided to go up the main lake, and so we do. And Ed loses a really nice fish on a jerkbait, like he was saying, giant. We thought it was a striper at first, but it wasn't. And so that was, it broke-hearted him. You know what I mean? And so that he got down, and so he was saying, okay, I wish I had fish, but he's trying to fish on. And so then we pull up, and I throw his crawl. And so I'm going to tell myself, I'll be dead honest. So I throw on his crawl. All right, pulls off the rock, bait, fish hits it, comes a boat, it's a nice smallie, comes up, it looks like a keeper smallie, but you really can't tell, but I felt like it was. Keeper smallie, Ed gets ready to net it, but he dives right back down, and while I'm pulling him back up, the bait goes straight up in the air, fish gone, right? So now I'm really frustrated. But then, here's the best part.
What's the best part?
I'm against this point, and I decide I'm going to throw down this parallel bank again, just in case. I can maybe try to catch him again or whatever. Because I didn't think the hook was exposed, so I don't know if he was just holding on to the bait or what. So I cast back down the bank, and all of a sudden my bait starts sliding down and moving out to the middle. And I was like, daggone. And Ed's like, are you going to set the hook? So I rear back and set it, and I start reeling it in, and it's going, fighting left, and I'm trying to hold my rod because I just lost a fish jumping. So I'm like trying to keep him down and not jump. And so here I am, and I feel like I'm succeeding at it. And I'm reeling down and keep him from jumping, I reel to the left. He's like, you're going to bring it to the left or to the right? I bring it to the left. Here it comes. It's coming right up to the boat. He's got the net ready to go. And it's a 4-pound rock. Okay? A 4-pound rock. And so this rock was about this big, and I know everybody's done it, but you feel really bad when there's a 4-pound
Randy
rock.
hasn't done it.
No, Randy hadn't done it, of course. So you got a rock, and it's basically this little nook on the side of this rock had like this little edge.
1 in a million.
And somehow my bait got wedged up into that, and it was a shaky head. It was all rigged up on that, and I have no idea how. I mean, it just fell right off when I got it up. And I fought that thing as hard as I could.
3 minutes.
Man, it was felt forever. Okay, and so anyway.
That rock was that big.
No, that rock was, I wish I could say the rock was this big, but it was like this.
Was it looks like a geo? Like, did you take it home for your collection?
Man, no, I didn't. I should have. And actually, I threw the rock about as far as I could throw it over in the bank. I was so frustrated.
Not very far?
Not very far. Okay, so anyway, you know, it just happens. And I'm sure everybody's got stories like that where you've caught a stick or a twig. In fact, we were talking about today in the store, people have caught a mussel. I think Drew said he caught a shoe this past weekend.
Wow.
There's been flip-flops and other baits, and you know, you just don't know. I mean, you can
I've
catch
caught
something.
many of other baits.
You
Like,
know?
I'll be cranking and snag one. And
There's all kinds of weird stuff you can snag and pick up. The worst, I'll say this, the very worst is I was flipping in the back of a pocket, and Ed was with me too on this. I was flipping, I'd flipped too far, and I thought, oh, I just, you know, there's a bunch of like, what would you call it, just rolling timber,
Yeah.
you know, sitting back, and it was all flooded. And so I threw back and threw big too far, so I was just going to pull it. So here I am pulling it out. It was a dead possum. I had hooked into a dead possum.
did you cut your line?
Man, Ed got it. Ed's like, here, I'll take care of it. And we just left the pocket. I couldn't handle it. It was nasty. And brought it all the
You
way
didn't
out.
take it home for dinner?
No, I didn't. So anyway,
What's a waste?
that's mine. I don't know. Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving? Was it different this year?
Yeah, it was. We didn't have as much as a family as we normally would because they all
Obviously.
kind of wanted to stay and do their own thing that way.
I mean, there is a
Social
pandemic
distance.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I had a fantastic Thanksgiving, had some great food. What about you?
Yep. Same thing, man. We just kind of hovered in, just the
Did your own
four of
thing?
us. And
Yeah.
my wife cooked an amazing Thanksgiving meal. And so we just kind of hung out there and just never, you know, just kind of did our thing. And I say it, I love being around my family. I love being around my parents and my brother and his, you know, and then his kids and his wife and my other brother and his wife, all of us being together. It's fun and chaotic, and it's that chaotic fun. But I will have to say, this is probably the most relaxing Thanksgiving that I've ever had in my entire life. All right, we got up, we cooked. I actually came to the store and worked for a little bit. You and I came up here.
6 o'clock
Right?
in the morning.
Yeah, and we had to meet. We had a couple customers that begged to get minnows, so we opened the store in the morning for a few people to get minnows, and then
Mark Southern said
hit
you
it back.
caught a rockfish.
I did catch a
Oh,
rockfish.
Marky.
Oh, Mark knows how to catch rockfish.
Ian,
All right.
Gary Conley said, ask him about his monster.
Oh, Ian, come on, man. Before we get started, you've got to talk about your story, and then we're gonna go on. We got to go on with some good info on what's going on at the store.
You know, we pulled up on this bank. We're just fishing along. So I caught a fish on a shaky head, like the cast before, a couple casts before, whatever. And I make a long cast. He was like, all right, you ready to move? I was like, yeah, let's make a couple more casts because I just caught one. So I make a long cast, and I'm kind of, you know, just fishing along. And I feel it's like shaking. So I'm like, man, it feels like fish. So I reel down and I set the hook. And I hang him. And I had a fish earlier in the day wrapped up in the tree. And I ended up catching that fish, a short smallmouth. But so I'm holding pressure. I'm like, get up there. And we're running. We get up there, and it's like, I can't move it anywhere, but you can feel it head shaking. So I'm like, start pulling on my line. I'm like, dude, I'm not crazy. There's something on there. And I hand the line to Gary, and he starts pulling. He's like, and that just wham. And I reel up on my slack line. I'm trying to reel down to it, and I see my shaky head sitting on a trot line. And I don't want to know what was on that trot line, but I got a feeling it probably could have ate me.
It's probably big catfish.
Because it felt large. Big old cat daddy is what it was.
Yep.
It probably could have ate me. Or the boat.
So you hooked in the trot line.
Yeah.
Thought you had a monster.
Yeah. Thought I had Joe to meet us.
Yeah.
I thought I had a big one.
That's
River monster.
river monster.
I swarped on it. I mean, I laid back into it, and it just wham,
So you just hook in the rope? You just hook in the line itself, the rope?
It was like, yeah, it was just the trot line type material. It's just sitting right on it.
It's part of it, man. Pulling a bunch of sticks, pulling all kinds of things, right? You never know.
I've seen you catch many sticks and ask for
I've
the
caught
net.
a lot of sticks and asked for the net. It happens.
Rockfish.
I'd rather be safe than sorry when ringing in fish, except for a rockfish. I don't know. Anyway, hey,
Hey.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
good, you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, okay.
Hey, so with this store like going on, I mean, we have a lot of people know that we get a lot of inventory in starting in the fall and prep for spring and everything else. And so there's just so much going on. So I think what we'll do is I want to talk, since we're talking about terms and stuff, I want to talk a little bit about Trifecta, and we're going to roll to that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring up Scotty and talk a little bit about this rod and this giveaway and Trooper Island and all that. And then we're going to come back and do like a fun news session with all this new gear, educate Randy session, and then we'll take some questions or anything else. Is there any questions at the moment? Anything going on? I'm going to ask, hey, post some questions, some topics you want us to talk about. We are, while that's going on, let me tell you a little about this. So I said earlier that John Webb and the tournament directors, the tournament committee, I should say, of the Trifecta Series came up last week. We had a great time up here talking about our mission and where we're going, where the cane pole wants to go, where I see this happening. I think we're all excited. The other Kent was here from tournament committee. Brian Elmore was here from Central Kentucky Sonar, which I got to really, I've talked to him before, but I really got to meet with him, talk to him a little bit about electronics and his business, and I'm super excited to help him out as well. But with the Trifecta Series, we are, you'll learn a little bit about it on this video, but I just want to say that we are excited about next year. They also launched the brand new high school Trifecta Series, which is going to be paying, because fishing is not like a KHSAA sport, right? It's not a sanctioned sport, so it's not like a professional amateur sport. So you guys can win money. And so you can go to the Trifecta High School Series and actually win money to go buy rods and reels and that kind of thing. So we're super excited about helping with that where we can. And of course, we sponsor other tournament trails as well, but we're super excited for that. Yeah. So let me do this. Let's take a quick 6.5 minutes. Let's roll that video. And then we'll be right back to talk a little bit about Trooper Island and what we're doing this year for the Kentucky State Police. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm super excited. A couple weeks on our show, we talked a little bit about the Trifecta Series and our sponsorship with them and how we're excited about it. But we have the board of directors with the Trifecta Series here today. We've got John Webb from Marine Works, and we've got Brian Elmore with Central Kentucky Sonar, and we're super stoked to have them here and talk a little bit about the Trifecta Series. So hey John, really quick, give us the background of the Trifecta, where it came from, and where we're heading.
Trifecta, 4 years old. Super excited to get this year going because Cane Pole is involved, and we're really happy to have them on board. It's been a while, so we welcome those guys. And so Trifecta basically is a 5 series of tournaments that we run down on Harrington Lake. This year we are taking one to Cumberland.
Yes, you
April
are.
17th,
Yes.
Springtime. Springtime. Slugfest, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Terrible time to be on Cumberland. Terrible.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do after we got ourselves rolling after 3 years, we wanted to kind of jump out and do a wild card tournament down on Cumberland. We're going to do that as our second event. Cane Pole's going to do the spring kickoff right here. We're going to do that, I guess, the week before, right?
Yeah.
We're going to fish the first tournaments on March 27th. Harrington Lake, March 27th. We have 5 tournaments. Pays incredibly well. It's a well-known series now. We invite everybody to come be a part of that. Look forward to a really big crowd this year. Promotion is everything. That's why we're here, and we're glad Kent and the crew's here involved with us. Brian as well. We look forward to also, we're going to have food.
We will.
We will have food.
Absolutely,
right here.
100%.
I like food.
It'll be loaded. The store will be loaded.
Yeah. Great selection of stuff in here too. Trifecta people can come in here. I think we've got some things for them here too. If you do your shopping here, we certainly recommend you do that. Back to the Trifecta real quick. The Trifecta will, as everybody already knows, will be a 100% payback tournament. Everything that comes in goes out. This year at our Classic, throughout the course of our season, with the boat that we gave away was well in excess of $110,000, went back to the participants in the Classic and the participants in the actual series qualifiers throughout the year. So it was very good, very profitable. It's a nonprofit. Everything that comes in goes out, and people like Kent and the Cane Pole and all the other sponsors, they have a big reward at the end of the day for it.
Hey, let me ask you a question, just because there's a couple of things I was clarifying the other day with some friends of mine. Top 25, if you finish top 25 in any of the qualifiers,
correct,
you qualify for the Classic, correct?
Yes.
But you still have to fish 3 out of the 5 events.
Yes. So,
correct? 3 out of the 5 qualifiers?
Absolutely.
Right?
That's correct.
If you fish all 5 qualifiers, that also gets you into the Classic.
That's correct.
But you have to fish all 5, whether you fish in the top 25 or not.
That's correct.
So basically, if you finish top 25, you fish 3, you have to fish all 5, you qualify for Classic.
That's correct, but I do want to clarify a couple of things.
Sure.
If you fish all 5 tournaments, you do have to be present. You cannot buy a tournament.
That's a good point.
You cannot buy a tournament. You do have to come and participate. If you want to put your boat in the water, pay your $100, leave, that's on you. But you do have to be present at the tournament. We want to make that perfectly clear.
Okay. Awesome. And then substitution rules, just curious, because I know these are big ones, right? People ask.
These are big ones. So what we're going to do is, that's one of the biggest things about the series and the maintenance of such. We do allow a stand-in. That stand-in cannot qualify for the Classic.
Okay.
You can stand in one time for the originating partner, and that is it. And you can retain your points thereof.
Okay.
But that person that substitute cannot go to the Classic unless he qualifies on his own or his own team, which is full price.
Got it. So you can't, if I'm fishing, and let's say I fish first tournament, and then my partner can't fish the second tournament,
correct,
I can have anybody stand in, come in, do that. Right?
That's correct.
However,
correct.
at the third tournament, they're gone. I fish by myself.
You can still retain your points.
Right?
That's correct.
Even though he's not there.
That's correct.
But my original partner is still, the one I signed up with, will still qualify for the Classic.
But he has to be there 3 times.
My partner has to be there.
Physically be there 3 times.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Or I'm fishing the Classic by myself.
Or you're fishing by yourself. And
which, by the way, you're allowed.
You are allowed to do,
Okay.
and we had people do that. We've had them do it the last couple of years.
Yeah. Okay.
If you get 2 people fishing by themselves, they can team up.
They can team up together, but they are responsible for each separate team's entry fee. So now they're paying $200. This team was represented. This team was represented. So it makes it fair to be able to represent your team and your partner that couldn't come and this guy's partner that couldn't come. So you pay $100 each. Now you've got your entry fee and it keeps the money right
Okay.
throughout the system.
Okay.
That's just fair across
Good.
the board.
Awesome.
There is a one-time $20 membership fee that everybody pays. That money is utilized, scale maintenance, things that go to the Classic, and we end up giving all of that back too. That's remaining.
Great.
We give that back.
For those that are curious, we will be talking more about the date for the kickoff here. So we'll come out with that pretty shortly. We'll start working on that day and what that looks like. But it'll probably be a 1 to max 2 weeks before the first tournament,
first qualifier,
March
that's
27th
correct, yep.
on Harrington, correct?
Yep, that's right.
And I think the first 2 are day tournaments. The first 3?
First 3 are daytime
and
tournaments.
The next 2 on Harrington are night tournaments, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
awesome. Anything you want to add, Brian?
I think that's pretty much got it covered.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome. How's the sonar business?
it's going very well. Staying very busy.
I'd say you are.
Everybody's kind of gotten off their qualifiers, and so now they figured out what they want and what they need
Yeah.
in the winter, and kind of gear up for next year.
Great. Well, I thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely.
And we are super excited about 2021. As you can see in the store, I'm hoping I hope I got to sell something.
There's
Or it's
plenty
going to
here.
be bad news. There is plenty here to sell, I'm sure.
yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned, and we'll continue with the show in just a minute. Hey guys, we are back, and I've got a special guest today. This is a longtime friend, Scotty Pennington from Kentucky State Police. He's the PAO, or Public Affairs Officer, out of the London Post.
Yes, sir.
And we're super excited to have you on the show. Thanks for being here, man.
Hey, Chops, it's awesome to be
Oh
here.
yeah, call me by the chops. Hey, they're hidden right now. You can't see them. They're here.
Hey, Mullet Man left, but it's awesome to be on the Cane Pole show, and I appreciate
man.
you inviting the Kentucky State Police and us giving the opportunity to come and speak a little bit about the Jason Van Hook Fishing Tournament. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, anytime. So we're going to get to that, and let me just explain a little bit of history here. Every year we take not just any rod and reel, we try to take a sought-after rod and reel and put together a raffle. I should say not really a raffle, just a donation package, the way it works for the state police. And so you all work with us on getting the rod and reel and taking it, and then we try to raise a bunch of money for this Trooper Island. I love the Trooper Island. With Robert Purdy did a lot of it with me, and then you guys, and then local post here, and so we're super excited to be a part of it. I think what was awesome is last year, oh, I dropped the key. Last year, we had we got this presented to us, Trooper Island, for 2019 for raising, I think, close to $1,000 for Trooper Island, and we are super excited to give that to you guys. And I know it goes a long way. You've done a lot of renovations at Trooper Island for the new kitchen and new docks and new all kinds of stuff down there. But more importantly, can you just talk a little bit about, we'll talk about the Van Hook tournament, but talk a little bit about Trooper Island as a whole. Just a couple of minutes for those that don't know much about it.
Yeah, hey, Trooper Island is it's a camp that the Kentucky State Police that we run. It's kind of unique. It's 34 acres, and half of the camp is in Kentucky, and then half of the camp is in Tennessee. We actually have a line that cuts down through the middle that you can kind of tell where you're at. We have a commander down there. He is actually one of my classmates from Class 81. It's Jonathan Bivens. He does a great job. You know, he done the raffle on the Jeep this year, and you know, during COVID, a pandemic, we raised more money than the history of the Kentucky State Police for Trooper Island during a pandemic on that Jeep.
That's awesome.
And you know, it's a kind of a running joke. You know, people say, well, "Hey, you want a chance on a Jeep?" I already got a Jeep. I wouldn't have a Jeep. I don't like that. That Jeep's white. But it's not about the Jeep. It's about donating to the kids' camp. And you know, there's a lot of great people in Kentucky and all around, you know, the United States that donate to that, not to win the Jeep, just to give back, to get a chance for a kid to get to go to the island. It's a week-long free camp. It's like my week is usually in June or July, and I go with the London kids from London. That's 7 counties. And then Harlan, we combine with the Harlan, Bell County, Knox County kids. And we take roughly 70 to 80 kids during those week, and they don't have to pay for anything. It's nothing comes out of their family's pocket. And these are kids that need to go to camp. You know, some of them are rough around the edge. Some of them don't have a good family life. Some of them's had a tragedy. Or people can be even wealthy. The kids had a run of bad luck. And it's a week that they get to spend with the Kentucky State Police and get to see us in a different light too. You know, we take our hat off and we get on their level. We're not dressed in this uniform all the time. We're in shorts and T-shirts, and we're fishing and swimming and wrestling with them in the pool. I mean, and canoeing with them. And I'm a professional fisherman, so I catch a lot of bass.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, so I teach those kids a lot about fishing, and you know, we'll discuss that later with you. But it's an awesome experience, and you know, if you've not ever had the opportunity to look up Trooper Island, get online right now and look it up. Kentucky State Police Trooper Island.
I got the website up now.
Yeah, learn a little bit about the island, and if you know a kid in your community that might need an opportunity to go this next year, you know, hit up your local public affairs officer at one of our posts around the state police and give him an application, and we'll take a kid to camp.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. I think that the reason we got involved was that you've been working and running and helping run a tournament called the Trooper Van Hook Memorial Tournament that donates to Trooper Island.
Yes, sir.
And I got the pleasure of fishing it the last few years. We didn't have it this year, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, but the last few years we don't fish it. In fact, I've been actually, it's exciting that Trooper Purdy and I actually won the tournament a couple years ago, and we were super excited about that. But you know, for this, we started this raffle actually at the beginning of the year when we did our open house here. Mm-hmm. And so people started donating and buying chances to win a brand new rod and reel. And as we went through that, we did the open house, then we went to our shows and we did it there, and we raised all this money. It's been going on. Then all of a sudden this hit. We didn't get to have our tournament. It pushed longer. We thought we'd postpone it. We thought it'd come later. We didn't have it happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And finally, we're just going to say, hey, look, it's not going to happen. And that's where we want to do this drawing, and we're going to do it today.
Somebody's going to a pole today.
Somebody's going to win a pole and fishing rod today.
Somebody's going to win a pole today.
But before we get there, tell me a little bit about the Van Hook. Pull up Van Hook's picture there and talk a little bit about Trooper Van Hook, would you?
You know what's unique and is just this past week, you know, the pandemic and all this stuff. I stop at a local Subway and there in London, right down from Post, and I see this Laurel County deputy car, sheriff's car, and I'm getting real excited because I know I've met this person at this Subway several times, and it's not the person I'm looking for. So I order my food and I'm sitting there eating outside. So another sheriff car pulls up, and it's Miss Van Hook. It's Jason Van Hook's mom, and I'd ate with her at this Subway before, and she got out, and I know it's a pandemic, but she's a trooper's mom, and I got me a big hug and a kiss from her, and we ate and we shared a cookie together, and I sent her. I showed her a little picture, and I think y'all might have put it on the website. I said, I want you to look who I went and saw the other day. And she was thinking maybe her kids at school or something. I just flipped through my thing and I said, you know this feller? And it was his gravesite, you know. And, you know, a lot of people in the fishing world, they knew Jason, you know. Jason was extreme when it come to anything. But when it come to fishing, he had to have the best. He wanted the best rod and reels, the best. You know, he'd refinance his house to get a good boat, and that's just the way he was. And he was a pretty good fisherman at that. And you know, he would tell me times he's going out at 3 or 4 in the morning. And like y'all talking about in the morning, supposed to be 15. Yeah. I'm like, have you lost your mind? Are you crazy? Yeah. But that's what he loved. That's who he was. And you know, he taught it to his son and his kids as well. But you know, I worked with Jason and I'd played softball with him before he even became a Kentucky State Trooper, and I knew him that way. And then he got on the state police, and he got the opportunity to come to Rockcastle County where I worked, and I got to work several years with him. And you know, in 2015, you know, he fought a hard battle with cancer, and you know, in 2015 he went on to heaven, and he's up there fishing right now, I guarantee it. It's cold probably up there tonight, so I mean, that's right up his alley. Yeah. So, you know, it's been 5 years. 5 years. Crazy. And I'm not a big fisherman, but I like going to the Van Hook tournament and just hanging out with people that Van Hook hung out with and fished with. And so that's a little bit about the Van Hook tournament. And Jason Van Hook, a great person, a great father, and a great trooper. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I know his legacy will live on, and we're certainly excited to be a part of it. And we've been donating and trying to get, you know, and helping with the Van Hook tournament for a few years now. So I think with further ado, here's what we're doing. I'm going to pull this to the side. For those that don't know, and maybe it didn't get into the raffle, this is actually a very sought after rod now. G. Loomis put out a special rod, kind of a special run with a 7'2" medium heavy jig worm rod. It was called an 863. This was not in their normal run. They made only so many of these. We ordered several, and they comboed it up with a bantam reel. So you can still buy the bantams today for sure, but this rod is not found very often anymore. In fact, it's hard to find. So, but brand spanking new, you have taken care of this rod for a year. I have. Almost. Yes. It's over. It was in the corner of my Snoopy pole and Superman pole in the garage. And I'm super excited to say that it has not been. You have not messed it up. No, I didn't make sure it worked like a chainsaw or a lawnmower. So it's been taken care of. With that being said, I think what I want to do is we have raised close. I think I want to say it's somewhere in the neighborhood. I know we've. There's been this money is going not only to Trooper Island, but it's helped with a lot of things this year due to the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And we're super excited, but let's do this. I'm gonna roll this thing around because this is legit. And earlier when we were messing around, I dropped the key. So I'm gonna bend behind his desk here and pick up this key.
Yes, and Jonathan Bivens says that you sold the most tickets in the state.
Well, I did, but I had some help. I had, you know, Jonathan helped me do that along with some other troopers. You know,
Ben Graves.
Ben Graves, yeah.
I can't forget about Ben Graves, even though I haven't seen him. And he sold all his fishing stuff, and apparently he's not fishing, which that's a whole different story.
Hey, his son's playing a lot of baseball.
He is playing a lot of baseball,
Yeah.
and so it's good.
You know, those tickets, they sold themselves. It wasn't anything I did. I can yell and holler and people to come buy one, but those tickets, they sold it because it's for a good thing. It's not because I did anything special. I did maybe put a few extra hours in because I'm competitive, but they sold themselves.
Excellent.
Well, I think I've stirred this up enough.
Yeah.
So hold it up, kid, so people
Yep.
can see it. I can't see it behind the desk.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, here.
There it is. There we go.
All right, how about this? Can you see it this way?
Excellent. Yes.
All right, so we've been turning this for a long time. It's been sitting locked key, by the way. Nobody can get into it.
At the Kentucky State Police Post.
At the Kentucky State Police Post.
Yeah, in London.
So it has been under lock and key. Nobody's been able to touch it.
Secured. Yes.
Secure. And we're.
Can we get Mullet back up?
You want to get Mullet back up?
Yeah.
Who do you want to draw, or you want to get Mullet to draw?
Well, we usually get a pretty little girl to come do it, little kid.
Yeah.
But this is the best we got
This is the
tonight.
best we got tonight,
best we
so
got
we'll
tonight.
do it. All right, there's the key, my friend. I'm going to take this up.
Open it. I'm going to put my hand
Okay,
in. Look this
I'm going
way.
to take that out.
Draw
You're going to look
one.
that way.
Move. I can't see.
Draw only one.
Set it right there.
Here,
There you go. Good. Now, there you go.
mix that around. Make sure
Eyes
you.
are closed.
Only one ticket. Only one ticket.
Only
please.
one ticket.
Hand it to you and let you read it.
Yep, that's be perfect. You grab one ticket.
Oh, this is the one right here.
Here we go.
There it is.
One
Right
ticket.
here. Who is it?
You got it?
Let's see. Let's see. I can't see it.
Let me see it.
And I'm fogged up.
It is Rebecca Good.
Rebecca Good.
Rebecca Good.
Yep.
We got a female fisherman.
Yep. So I will make a phone call.
Hey, let's do that. Hey, where's my phone?
You want to do it now?
Yeah, let's call her.
Let's call.
Yeah, let's see.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll do it
How
live.
you think?
Yeah,
It is.
let's see.
Let's see how she goes.
All right, give me that number.
606
Hold on. 606
634
634.
4073.
Give me the last four again.
4073.
What's her name?
Rebecca Good.
Nice.
Miss Good, maybe?
Yes.
Here we go.
The person at extension
Oh.
6066
Uh-oh.
344073
That's the longest.
unavailable.
That's the longest.
Well, it says she's unavailable, but I'm not going to give up. We will make sure that we give her a call. If for some reason we are unable to give a call from her, right, this week, then we will draw another ticket, right?
She lives in her phone number is in Williamsburg. I just texted her. Hope she gets text. Said,
All right.
please answer your phone, and maybe before I leave here tonight, she will
Awesome.
Call
answer.
back.
Great.
Yeah,
Well, we'll leave that winning ticket right there.
we'll try her one more time.
Try it one more time.
You never know. She might live out of service.
That's correct.
Well, I might have dialed the wrong number too.
Hello,
Hello, is this Miss Good?
this is Mrs. Good, yes.
Ma'am, this is Trooper Scotty Pennington with the Kentucky State Police. I'm here at the cane pole with my good friend Ken. We call him Chops tonight. And do you remember buying a ticket for a fishing pole a couple months ago?
Yes, I do.
Well, guess what? You are the winner of, what kind of pole is that?
It is a G Loomis IMX Pro with a Shimano Bantam reel.
That's not a Snoopy pole. That's a Gene, yeah, whatever he said.
That's a nice pole.
But we just pulled your name out of the what is that spinning wheel thing?
Yep, the raffle
Yeah,
wheel.
we just pulled your name out of the raffle wheel and you won it. Do you live, your phone number says Williamsburg. Are you in the Corbin, London, Williamsburg area?
Yes, was this at Corbin?
Yes, ma'am.
At the fishing show at the Corbin? That's crazy, I never win anything.
Can't say that anymore.
We have a house down there.
Well, I will,
Pineville.
okay, you live in Pineville?
Yes.
Well, I will take this pole back to London tomorrow, and maybe in the next couple of days, or maybe even tomorrow, you can come and get your fishing pole
Awesome, thank you so much. And where should I pick that up?
at the London State Police Post. I'll call you in a little while when I leave the show, and we'll work out some details.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for supporting the Kentucky State Police and Trooper Island. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Always, always. Thank you for everything that you guys do, and you're in our prayers always.
All right, you have a great night. Thank you.
You too.
Hey,
Awesome.
awesome.
How's that?
That's awesome. Got
Right
one
there
of them.
on the show.
Yeah, a female.
Great job, man. And she was excited. She never wins anything,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. I'm super
Female
excited about that.
From Pineville.
From Pineville.
Pineville. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how great to have that on the show. Well, hey, something else we want to do. So we're taking all these raffle tickets. We'll get rid of them. We're going to start a new one. There's a new one that Ian and I'll talk about tonight. But one of the things I want to talk about is, first off, what are these?
American flag fish.
Fish.
Bait.
I love it. So these are Spro frogs. They're called a bronze-eye frog. And this is their limited edition with the American flag on it. One has a white belly and one has a black dark belly.
But I'm ready to salute them. I got American flag on.
So they do have American flag. This is to celebrate their 15th anniversary of Spro. But what we want to do with these, which are cool, is that we would like to take all proceeds of selling these, because I know that Cram the Cruiser got canceled this year and Shop with the Troopers difficult. Right?
It is difficult.
But
you know, we're the state police, and we're going to do our best to, you know, if there's families that need food, man, we'll find it. If there's kids out there, you know, every post is doing something a little different, but you know, we're going to get some young and some toys out there and get them some clothes that really need it, and you know, that's just state police way.
Yeah, and so what we want to do is I've got, I believe, 50 of each of these, and we want to sell every one of them, and we're going to take all the proceeds, every bit of them, and we're going to donate it to Shop with a Trooper to help you guys out.
Oh,
okay?
Awesome.
So you all decide if you want to. I'll work with you and Adam. Adam's the local PO here.
Post 7,
right?
yeah.
Post 7, and then we'll work together on that. But I'm going, so if anybody watching is interested, all these proceeds of these American flag Spros will be going directly to the state police, right? And we'll put that together and have you on a show back and talk a little bit about that. But
awesome.
Anyway, stop in the cane pole. If you want us to ship you a couple, we can do that too. No problem. But stop in, buy you one, put it up, fish with it. Who says you can't catch fish on American flag Spros, right?
Hey, them fish like the American
So
flag.
we're super excited. Anyway, thank you so much.
No, thank you, and thank the cane pole, man. Y'all, you know, I met you a couple years ago, and I was like, man, who's this big goofball? And he's awesome, man. His heart is humongous, and you know, you don't have to help the state police, and you go out of your way. You know, you and Trooper Purdy started this, and you go out of your way to help us, man, and it means a lot. You know, you're helping kids that you'll never see, and you'll never meet them. And you don't have a clue where your money's going. But it's going to Trooper Island. It's going to take kids Christmas shopping or to cram a cruiser. It's going to families out there that need it. And I know your compassion in your heart, and your other employees here, you know, going to the shows and spending time with them. I know anything about fishing. I mean, nothing. And getting to spend time with them, them making fun of me and hanging out with you guys here at the Cane Pole. Man, y'all are great people, and I really appreciate it.
We had good times at shows, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, I had a great
good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have it in Corbin again.
Yeah,
All right.
that's awesome.
So it's on right now, but we'll see what happens. I just don't know. You know, everything's up in the air right now.
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy.
So all we can do is try to do our best and stay safe. So, well, thank you for coming down.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it. And we are going to be right back in just a few minutes.
Kenny Hart said he wants 2 of those.
Kenny Harden wants 2 of them, of course.
Got a sale.
Got there. You got them, Kenny. It's all you. So thanks again, and thanks to the state police for all you do, and stay safe. And we will be right back with Ian and I talking about some new products, doing a little education Randy session, and then answer some questions. So thanks again, and stay tuned.
Okay, You see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology. Lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. You know what all my guys told me? They said I look better with my mask on. And I don't think that's very nice.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Was it always Mark Southern that says goofy things to me? And text me goofy things.
Because haters are going to hate.
And then Larry does the same thing. I think Mark needs to come down here and be on the show.
He's scared to. He's scared of people. He's scared of people.
I know.
Hey, Kenny wants to know when that tournament is, please.
Which tournament, Kenny?
Oh, that's a good one. I guess, is it
the Van Hook tournament?
I guess maybe the Van Hook. Yeah.
The Van Hook tournament is usually in the spring. Unfortunately, it was canceled this year, so hopefully we'll have it next year in the spring. That is the plan. So I'll work close with. I help do the weigh-in and things, so we'll be working close with Scotty to figure that out. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. Excuse me while I give the trooper the winning ticket for Miss Good.
Excuse me.
There you go. Hey, make sure you get a picture, Scotty.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Ian, real quick, excuse us for just a second because we have to readjust. Let me get rid of this thing. All right, you grab that reel. I've got a lot of things to talk about that I took below my desk, and everything fell when we moved stuff around. And now
we talked about these.
So now I got to get all this stuff back on the desk. Talk about it.
We're good.
Okay.
Hey, this is while we're live.
You can see my back. This is live video. Welcome.
This is while we're live.
Absolutely.
We're good.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we got all kinds of stuff. All right, the mask. It's killing me. Wow.
We're 6 feet apart.
I can't breathe. Anyway, so.
We are 6 feet apart.
All right, so listen. Hey, you know what? What'd you just do? What are you doing that mullet? Hey, you got this mullet going on, but look at these.
Oh, they're gone right now. They need shaved.
Oh, what do you mean they need shaved?
I mean, they need to go now.
They don't.
They're
Look
hideous. No,
nope.
They're gone right now.
Look, I'm covering them.
No, they're going.
They can't.
I'm gonna go get a razor and shave
No, you're
them.
not.
You watch.
Nope, no, you're not.
Yes, I will.
Nope.
You think?
What do you mean?
You think I won't shave them?
Why would you shave these?
They're hideous. You look like Burnside.
General Burnside.
Yeah, General Burnside.
I did it for the FLW.
Did you? Well, good.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them boys because they're leaving tonight.
I did for the FLW.
They're gone.
Oh, so it's over?
Oh, yeah, they're gone.
Oh, so I can get rid of it?
Oh, I'm getting rid of it.
You can't even get rid of it anyway.
Are you shaving?
I don't know what you're going to do. So, I don't know. What are you doing? What are we going to talk about? Why are you dropping baits on the floor again? What are you doing? No.
I'm not sweeping that up.
You're not. No, you're not.
Cover up.
Put that around you.
Put that around you.
Oh, Lord, this is terrible.
What are we doing?
No!
Can I get your hair?
Oh.
No, uncover.
No, man.
I'll give you a little fade.
Don't do a weird design.
Come on, uncover your mask so you can get all in there. Yep. They're gone.
This is great live TV, folks.
Oh, my gosh. Would you stop? What are you doing?
We're going to leave it uneven.
How do you know it? Look, this looks awful.
We're going to leave it uneven. Hold on.
What? You're only doing one?
I'm wrapped in my chair. No, you're getting the other one too. It's gone.
No, you can't even.
I'll take your hair off. I ain't scared. Come on. Turn your head.
Turn that thing, boy.
Wow! Don't go so high. No. No.
Oh, it's too late. I told you I'm taking.
Stop it.
We're gonna leave it uneven. You're gonna have one.
Oh my gosh! This looks awful. What are you doing?
There you go.
Oh my gosh. What is, this looks awful. People can't even take me serious if I even look like this. You ridiculous.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's awful.
You look good, man.
Sweep this whole room.
Maybe my first.
Not it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
I
sleeping.
couldn't believe this. Got hair in my coffee, probably.
A little bit of protein. You'll be all right.
Ugh. What was that for?
Hey, you look good.
Dead follicles, that's not protein.
I look terrible.
Look, smile for me. Turn to smile. You have like a quarter one over here, and
I know, but you like went way up here, and I told you not to, and you did anyway. I knew I should have trusted you to do that. That's crazy. Hey, listen, we have enough craziness.
Oh, we gotta get serious there.
You've got it all in my mouth. Anyway, we're crazy. We got all kinds of new products, so let's talk about them really quick. Okay. So first off, we have so much stuff coming in from Abu Garcia, Pure Fishing, Penn, Berkeley, Ugly Stick, old classic type worms that we're going to talk about. We got news coming in from Pittman. We've got all kinds of things going on. So let's talk a little bit about this. And then also we're going to do a giveaway tonight. So anybody that, I'll tell it right now.
Yes, right now.
Anybody that tags D&L jigs. I got 2 D&L jigs that we're giving away at the store. So anybody that tags it, we're going to randomly pick the, what? You want to go with 15?
Lucky number 11.
Person?
Lucky number 11.
Lucky number 11?
Yeah.
The 11th person to tag that mentions D&L Tackle gets 2 free D&L jigs.
You get a 5/16 Cumberland Crawl, and you get a 3/8 Dirty 30.
The Dirty 30.
Those are only 2 jigs you need, really.
I mean,
And
they're
a black
great
and
colors,
blue.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
fantastic.
honestly, they're great colors.
But you want to tell them about the rest of it?
So we will talk about the rest of it in just while we're talking about jigs.
I was gonna say, while we're here, let's
why not?
do it.
So, moving forward with a new raffle, anyone that comes in and purchases 2 D&L jigs,
$2.99 a piece.
2 D&L jigs, you get 1 ticket for a brand new Shimano SLX rod.
Okay.
So, 2 D&L jigs, 1 rod.
Can you buy 4 jigs and get 2 tickets?
You can. So if you buy
So if you
6
come buy
jigs,
like 40 jigs,
yep. What's that give you?
20 tickets.
Good job.
I'm a math
Way to gay. Way to go. Way to gay. Way to go. I can't even say a word. What am I talking about? Anyway, I mean, my whole mind, like, I feel really, like, awkward. And it hurts. You, like, jam that thing in my chin.
Had to get all of it.
Anyway, my jaw. So, listen. Buy 2 jigs, get a free raffle ticket for this SLX rod. Okay? And we...
Come by them. Stock up.
That's right. And we are going to draw this during our Customer Appreciation Week.
Wow.
Which is soon to be announced.
So that mean you get to appreciate me?
Right? And I get to appreciate you. So, awesome. That's number 1.
Numero uno.
We got 11 to go.
11 to go.
Okay, 10 to go.
10 to go.
10 to go.
10
Hey,
to go.
listen.
Learn how to count.
All right, let's talk. Seriously. Go ahead. We'll talk about those.
Okay.
Go ahead. You talk about them.
I haven't seen these actually.
Right, I know.
These are new to me.
They are brand new. Those are the new Penn Wrath spin reels. Yes.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
And they're great.
Yeah. They look good. I like I am a fan of the big paddle grips.
They are.
So if you like the paddle grips, those are good for you.
And then what size do you have there? You got the 2500 and
I have the 4000 and the 2500.
Yeah, does that both have paddle grips?
They both do have the paddle grips, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are new Penn Wrath reels. They got the drag on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, and so...
do you know how much these run?
I do not. They literally walked in the door today.
They walked?
Like they walked themselves in the door and sat there.
Okay.
So I'm not even done it.
If they walk for you, does that mean they catch fish for you?
Yeah, they probably do. But I mean, I'm doing a lot of fishing and less catching.
Beautiful though. I love that. Light blue
it's a
with
really
the black.
nice, cool blue, isn't it?
That is great.
Right. So I've got them in multiple sizes. They look great on like if you're going to catfish maybe, if you want a bigger reel,
4000,
versus the 2500. But I do
What's
believe
the drag
that
power.
I want to be honest. I do believe they're in the like $59, $69 range.
That's not bad.
But I'll have to confirm. I'm just taking a guess on them. But I'm super excited to have the new Penn's Wrath series in. Here's the other thing. Since we're on reels, I'll just drop those.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Right. Keeping it real. These are the brand new Luz LFS KVD reels. And I'm going to be honest, man.
Switching to Luz.
I know.
How about that?
It's good.
Yeah.
So with that being said, here's what's neat about these reels. What a dark, it's like a dark cherry color.
Yeah, it's like a cherry red or like a...
And so, really nice reels. There's a traditional LFS reel, as you can see here. This is a 6:2 gear ratio. I've got all the gear ratios available, and you can come in and check these out. They're dark cherry color, got the external braking, like your traditional LFS, and yeah. We're super excited to have these in the store. So they're really good looking. I think they run 139 and 139 on both reels. So come in and check out the new KVD Dark Cherry LFS loose reels. So we're super excited to have those. I am super excited like 40 times a night because I am pretty excited about everything that's happening, and I don't know what to say.
It's when we get our big show, it's exciting.
So line. We have a few new lines, actually. So we're carrying all of our traditional lines that we have, but we're adding the Vicious fluorocarbon, which is more of a...
That's 100%, right?
It's 100% fluorocarbon. It's
for
more...
a great price.
Yeah. So once again, so it's Vicious fluorocarbon, and it's a little bit better price, right? So this is 15 pound for 200 yards at $11.99.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So it's more on your cheaper side of fluorocarbon, and forget those guys in the fluorocarbon that doesn't want to spend the $24, $25.99. Yeah, no, you're not too nice to use Vicious line, I assure you that.
And then you want to talk about this one? This is the Berkeley Floor Shield. It is actually fluorocarbon coated copolymer. So for I know quite a few guys.
I don't know what that means. What are you
want to talk about what copolymer is?
You got it?
No, you got it.
Go ahead.
Nice, because you don't know. Anyway, so basically you've got mono and you've got fluorocarbon, and you mix the two together, you end up getting a copolymer, right? A copolymer line. So no, not necessarily. So there's 100% fluorocarbon, which is you can see through, and you got your mono, which has stretch. So they've merged them together to create your copolymer line. So you have things like P-Line Fluoro Clear, which is actually a it's not a copolymer. That's fluorocarbon coated as well. So you've got a copolymer in K9, and you've got a copolymer in Suffolk Advanced has a copolymer line. So you got these mixed lines that are starting to come out. K9 has been really popular. Suffolk Advanced has been popular. I know you love K9. There's a lot of guys, we carry full stock of K9 in the 660 and in the 300 yard spools. But this is kind of similar to the P-Line Fluoro Clear, which is a fluorocarbon coated mono or copolymer. So in this case, this is brand new, and I think what it runs
$10.
This is what, 10 pounds, and it runs $10.
I think it also
for the new floor shield. So certainly a new line that I haven't played with yet, but we're super excited to try. So we got the new floor shield. We've carried K9 in the 550 yard spools. We are now carrying K9 in the 300 yard spools and the K9 braid.
Do you know what that runs, the 300 yard spools?
I'm going to guess somewhere around $10.99, $11.99.
Yep.
I had a question. When will the new IMX chatterbait rod be available?
I actually have started. I've got 2 new IMX Pro of the Ned Rig rod, and I actually have the Rattle Trap rod already here as well. So the new chatterbait rod should be dropping. It's already dropping, but I should have some in very soon. And so I'm excited about those. But they are coming every week. I get new Loomis rods.
We have 2 611 Ned Rigs and the 7.3, correct?
Yeah, but that 7.3 is a Ned. Yeah, we sold one of them already. Yep. So
correct.
We do have some of the new Loomis IMX Pros in.
What about this?
So listen, man, this is old school. You guys might remember the old man's jelly worms, the old cream worms.
Yes.
I get a lot of guys come in and ask, man, do you carry these, kind of like, and I don't want to say old style, they're baits that have been around for a long time.
Forever.
And so there's a lot of guys that come in and say, hey, I love fishing with these worms besides Zoom and Strike King and all the big powerhouse baits. They come in and want these. So I've created a section that's just, kind of old school baits. And so I got some cream, some jelly worms, the pre-rigged cream worms that have like the hooks already in them. I've carried all of those in 2 or 3 different colors, and so I'm super excited. I think that's a natural color.
Yeah, that is actually it
looks
really
like a night crawler,
realistic.
And this is kind of a June bug color. So
springtime floating worm.
Yep. So we're super excited to carry some of these older style baits. But speaking of new bait plastics, what do you got there, buddy?
This is the flatworm from Berkeley.
That is the sought after flatworm from Berkeley. And this is also, and it's the max scent version. Looks really great, doesn't it? And it smells all right. Okay?
Thank you.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Come on.
Here.
Here, you want to use it as
Here,
aftershave?
I got something for you.
Jake Morris
In my
said
pocket.
Jake Morris said he's super excited to be so super excited.
I know. That's old Jake for you. I'm super excited
What
for
do
you,
have
Jake.
for me in your pocket?
Look at
I'm
this.
scared.
What's that?
Smelly jelly. Let me see it. Let me
So
see it.
this,
Pepto-Bismol?
no.
Yeah, take a smell.
This
It
is
smells
the
just like
new
Pepto.
smelly jelly. It's not really new. It's been out, but we are full on carrying
Yes.
all the
Take a
smelly
whiff.
jelly. And
Take
let
a
me tell
whiff.
you, this right here
Smells like pizza.
smells like pizza.
You're lying.
No. Here, smell it.
Smell it.
You ready?
Take a deep inhale.
Take a
when you
big,
smell
deep
it. Like a
inhale
big-
of that. Come on, it's bubble gum.
Oh, I'm not
Anyway.
liars.
So this is Bass Feast. We have, I think, a shad formula and everything else.
And the crawfish.
Yeah, man, this is some really cool stuff that you can do.
While we're on it too,
so-
while we're on this type,
Yeah.
we just restocked full stock in Bang.
Full stock in Bang,
Yep.
Strike King, like garlic
It.
spray, Spike It. We've got
The
all the
crappie
dyes.
spray.
I mean, we are fully stocked in like
Absolutely.
all kinds of beta attractants and
formulas.
things like that, and formulas that you can use. So definitely have this in a smaller pack, but this is the smelly jelly. Let's see, what else do we got? Man, these are cool. So I've
This
also
bait
been
almost
asked.
matches your boat with the purple.
Thank you. It doesn't look like that crazy, but anyway, I've been asked. There's a new company called Reef. Well, they're not a new company. They're out of Pennsylvania. They're called Reef Runner. We're super excited to be. Where they go? Super excited again. I am on the super excited word.
Super excited.
So we are ecstatic, all right, to have them on board. And so these are walleye baits and a new series of walleye baits, and they've got all kinds of crazy colors. So if you find
wicked.
something that you want or a different color, we order the most popular that they've been using.
Yeah.
But if you want a different color, you're interested in looking at this is called the Little Ripper, and I think that's called the regular Reef Runner Ripper.
Deep diver?
Deep diver. So definitely come in, check our new walleye section, walleye baits. We're actually fully
Smells great
stocked on
in here
that
right
too.
now, by the way.
Now it smells like a Bass Feast in here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Berkeley, we have overhauled. We've added 4 new fixtures to our store. I built them a couple weeks ago. We have switched all the zoom around. We put an all new zoom wall. We moved all the Strike
Huge
King.
zoom wall.
We've expanded our crappie section. If you come to our crappie section, it is the biggest it's ever been.
It's large.
So
Catfish
please
is
come
getting
in,
there,
check
too.
out. Catfish has doubled the size this year. Wow. And we've added Berkeley crankbaits, which is here, the new Fritz sides.
Fritz side.
Man, they were popular last year. We didn't sell a ton of. I had where I took over. I didn't take a lot of Berkeley into play last year, but I've definitely carried a ton. I think 146 pegs.
Wow.
Of just plastics for Berkeley have gone up on the wall.
That's a lot.
And then we've got another like 40 to 50 new crankbaits with the Fritz side, the poppers, all that kind of thing coming in. And so we'll be carrying all
Those
the
look
Fritz sides,
fantastic.
5 and 7. So
Like for the
here's
people that like cranking the Spro
Yep.
MD style, it gets in that same 5 to 8.
with
5
a,
to
like a
9
flat
range.
profile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So
The
here's the
bomber-
Fritz side 7.
Yeah.
New from, not new, but even from Berkeley, that's new to us, right, to having. So we're excited. What do you got
I'm
there?
excited about this.
Okay.
For the
Super
spring,
excited or just plainly?
Are you super excited?
I'm extraordinarily excited actually.
Okay, great.
New word.
About?
This bait right here. So for y'all that was following the FLW tour 2-3 years ago, whenever Scott Martin won on Cumberland, this bait right here came into play a lot. So if you watch the live any, you would watch him catch quite a few fish on this. Mainly he talked about catching them on the jerk bait and the swim bait, but this bait right here, the spy bait, came into key play. When those spots, big spots, even smallmouth are hovering in them treetops in the springtime, you can go back in them pockets and throw a spy bait, and it just drives them nuts.
So what's unique about the spy bait? Because it's got the props on it, or is it just?
It's just different, to tell you the truth. So like if you're throwing a jerk bait, you're getting down there. If you're throwing a top water bait, you're staying up top above them. But the spy bait kind of comes right in between them. And just, I don't know, the prop gives it a lot of wicked little, you can stop it and go it, you can swim it, you can twitch it. Realistically, you can fish it like a fluke.
But it sinks, right?
Yeah, it'll sink. But if you stop it and pause it and twitch it, it'll stay anywhere you want it to stay.
And it's got props on both sides, or just the front?
It actually does have props on both sides of them.
So, and we got that in a few different colors. So that's the Realis. Is that right? Spy bait?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yep. So we got those
That's
in.
the 90 size.
90, yep. They make in 2 different sizes. I think that's the most popular size. So the 90. Also, we have, we just got restocked up. Here, I'll take this one. This is the spot sticker baits or spinner baits from Spot Sticker. These are called the Mini Me. We've got a few more Mini Me's on getting ready to come on order, but definitely we are stocked up on these. So if you're looking for a really small profile spinner bait.
Do we still have the tilapias?
We do.
Those are really asked for.
They are.
They
and
want
so if you are looking for a low profile spinner bait that doesn't really require a trailer and you can throw it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the big belly profile. Belly weighted.
That's right. It's belly weighted.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for that,
so
this is great. This was actually what the FLW used 2 years ago to catch all those spots. Yeah. It's a great spot bait. So Spot Sticker and that. So anyway, we've got a bunch of those coming in. So also new, just a couple of things.
That was ugly.
That looks awful.
The fluorescent rod. Oh, this has been out.
Yeah, we've had those
for a little bit. This is
batteries does that take?
Yep. This is the Mach Smash from Luz. We've got a couple of these left. We sold a bunch for Christmas already. So it runs 129, but this is the Mach Smash. Yes, it runs on a lot of batteries right here. That's how bright it is. Yep. So if you like really bright rods, that's for sure. I was wearing my monkey gloves, Fish Monkey earlier. So I've got all whole winter gear of Fish Monkey in. So we're excited about that. These specifically that I'll pick them up off floor because I threw everything on the floor. These specifically are heavy winter gloves, kind of a mitt. They've got I've got a pair of these. They're great. And so you can put in here, pull off your fingertips if you need to, whatever fish, and they're heavier gloves, snap back. So definitely. Yep, so definitely check out the Fish Monkey, and we're excited about oh my gosh, do not make monkey noises because of that. Also, I'm going to step over here for just a second. I don't know if I can.
I can.
Okay. No. I lost the rod. Hey, one of the other things we're doing is I've gotten a lot of requests to start just carrying Ugly Stick. I think that it's not that it necessarily is the most sensitive rod in the world. We know that, but it's got a lot of power, and it's not just going to break. So we're super excited to hear about to have Ugly Stick back in the store. We've spent a lot of time working with Pure Fishing, Abby Garcia, on getting a lot of good stuff in here. Yeah. And so we are
super excited.
Should we make shirts that say super excited?
Yeah,
it should say Cane Pole super excited. That's it. Cane Pole SE.
And then on the back it has to say see ya bye.
That's right. And I cannot wait to shave these off because it is driving me crazy in my head right now.
I can take care of it.
I feel like it's weird. Anyway.
Can I shave your eyebrows?
Stop. Can we look at...
Morris is saying 47. Now he says 48.
47, 40. Oh, because he's counting how many times I've said SE.
I just got that.
Jake Morris, you should be sleeping.
Super excited.
You should be sleeping and getting ready to go.
He should be super excited for the morning.
Oh, I bet he is. 12 degrees. Speaking of catfish section,
Cat Daddy.
Not just the baits. We've got all kinds of magic bait and BJs and wildcat baits and bait chunks on Berkeley, and we've added new 2-line hooks, and we've got new floats coming in from our trip in the spring, and we've got all types of stuff coming. But speaking of, it's not just about baits, right? It's also reels, rods, and so here's the Pin 2 Carnage. I've got Pin 2 Prevails coming. I've got the Battalions coming. I'm working with Avid, through St. Croix potentially coming. So we've got all kinds of rods, Akuma CSX. So we're going to be carrying a whole line of rods from gamut from the $29.99 all the way up to the more expensive rods in the $200, $300 category. Yep. So we're again pumped.
Super excited
about having a bunch of catfish rods and gear. We actually just
said 50.
Oh my gosh. Who did?
Larry.
Oh, did he? I love him. Anyway. Oh my gosh. I love this show.
This is great.
It makes me laugh. I look forward to this show.
All right, there,
every
General
2
Kent.
weeks. I'm serious. General Kent with my General Burnside non-burns.
You're not side-burned. You're side-burned.
I don't know what. I'm side-burned. General side-burned.
You got like a quarter burn going on.
Oh my gosh. So, anyway, get my staff going right here. Yes, where were we? Yes, we were talking about.
We should have said that.
I know.
The giveaway.
The giveaway is how many times
The
back
man
and
that
say-
can guess how many times we say super excited.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Back to the show, Ian.
The show, Ian.
Carnage.
Scene.
We got all kinds of catfish stuff. It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic.
Lots of gear coming in.
Not just rods, not just tackle.
Not
We got
just
reels
rods,
too.
tackles. And I was going to talk about reels. We got the Catfish Pros in. We've got the Blue Camo 6500 C3s. We just got the 5500 C3s, 5600 C3s. We've got all kinds of reels. You got the GX3s. That's a good one. Yeah, the Low Pros. And we've got more coming.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, and we're going to have some great catfish specials coming up.
I'm super excited what's coming up.
It's going to be pumped. So, hey, you got two rods to talk about real quick.
Ooh.
We're having a fish fry.
Which one you want, spinning or casting?
I don't care. I'll take spinning rod. That's fun.
Okay. What do we have here, Kent?
We've got the new Shimano Zodius that I think we talked a little bit about, but we kind of chose to bring it back up today because we got some more in. It's got the if you're familiar with the Poison Adrena, you'll notice that the Poison Adrena basically has a full carbon fiber and graphite handle. So in this case, what the new Zodius has done is kind of change the whole bottom into that kind of hybrid of having the foam around your hand, but still having that carbon fiber graphite handle at the bottom. And it's super cool. I love the look of the new Zodius. Very impressed.
Absolutely.
And they've been selling very well. So definitely
$229 depending on the length.
Yep. And come out and check out.
Steve Parker wants to know, how many special edition Spro frogs do you have? He's talking about driving in and getting them.
50 of each.
I think I have 50 of each is what I said, but definitely if he wants to put some back, or I can send him some.
He said he's driving in from Frankfurt tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. They'll be here. So, yes. So the new Zodius, man.
Yeah.
I'm
feel
excited about it. They feel great. So come in and check out the new Zodius rods from Shimano. Let's see. Do we want to do, what time we got there, producer Randy?
We have been producing
8:17.
1 hour and 13 minutes.
Wow.
You want to?
Man, we should probably wrap
it up so you can go home and correct your.
I've got to go fix this because I cannot be seen out with this.
Wait a minute. Educate Randy.
Right? Oh, you want to educate? All right.
Okay.
And Randy wants to do an Educate Randy session really quick. We'll do 2 items for him. He's going to run and get them. I know. I am no longer going to say the SE word. That is, for now on, the SE. We'll just say the SE word, right? Quit looking at me like that.
Can I get a turn?
No, I'm afraid. Here, let me
Kent, what's coming up tomorrow? Do you know what tomorrow is?
Ooh, tomorrow, let me think.
Oh, Thursday we have the parade going on the 4th, right? Correct. Or Friday, sorry, the 4th.
Sorry, the Christmas parade has been canceled, Ian.
The drive-through?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me.
They announced it on Facebook, Ian.
Okay, but maybe some people out there didn't know either.
Well, maybe they didn't. So, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm being smarty pants, but unfortunately, the Parks and Recreation at Richmond had to make an announcement tough announcement to cancel the Christmas parade. That was going to be reversed this year with basically the floats sitting still and then them driving around. So, unfortunately, that had to happen. I love the Christmas parade, but you know what? We'll just double up for next year and make something really special because we love driving. I like driving the boat through the parade, and we had a great time last year with all the team members, and you know, us limited to a certain amount. So that's why I want to look at my.
What are practice plugs?
I'm trying to look at my sideburns here.
While you look at your doohickeys, I'm going to talk about this.
God.
So this
What
is
happened?
You're irrelevant right now.
Lord.
This is the Eagle Call practice plug, also known up here at the shop as the cheese. This is
cheese.
the casting cheese.
Yep, correct.
So this is fantastic if you've got a younger kid or just someone, not even necessarily a kid, just someone who hasn't been fishing.
Why are you saying you have to be a younger kid to cast a plastic plug? That's crazy.
Okay, someone who's practicing casting. How about that? Does that suit you?
I mean, if you just pulled up a new reel and you want to,
you can
sit there and cast in your cornhole board down there, or do you want to like flip in a bucket or whatever, and you don't want to waste a jig on a concrete? It's just a practice plug.
Lure.
That's it.
Sorry.
Because it doesn't get hung up in the grass. I mean, he's trying to like stereotype the casting plugs to like 5-year-olds, right?
Sorry.
Everybody can throw it. We do it in the. Hey, you know what that? You know what these?
Open house, didn't you?
You know what this happens right here? Honestly, I use these all the time because every customer pretty much that comes in here and buys a new rod and reel that wants us to spool it up, that hasn't really been working with a bait caster before, or is having trouble with a reel or anything like that. We have gone through. I've showed them how the brakes work, the internal brakes, the external brakes, how the spool works. You know, where to grease, where to put oil, how the tension knob, how it works DC, and we go out and we explain all that. We explain the difference between what line.
Yeah.
If you're new, let's stay away from fluorocarbon right now because you don't need to spend $26 on line.
Yep.
And we'll put you in a little cheaper line so you don't, you know, if you backlash it or lose some line, you're not sitting there going, wow, I spent all this money on the line.
Use the cheaper line.
Colleen would definitely use,
You don't want an expensive line.
no, I've got Andy's line in there for her. It costs $2.99. That's the line we use for Colleen. So, anyway, so we would go outside and we spend, man. I mean, last time I did it, last week, I probably did it 5 or 6 times in the snow. I've done it, you know, in like just this past week it was snowing outside. I went out, and then last week I went out in the rain. I've done it. So we've gone out and we sit there and cast and learn how to, you know, tighten, you know, do the tension, not too hard, and usually the brakes and things like that. So,
Kenny Baker said
you know,
he was super excited over that casting club.
yeah.
Thanks, Kenny.
Kenny Baker.
Is Kenny fishing tomorrow?
I don't know if he is or not.
Hey.
He might be.
Here's your hook.
Oh, Kenny Baker. Kenny Baker, when are you coming to be on my show? That's what I want to know.
I wouldn't want to.
How about 2 weeks? You want to come down? I'm inviting you right now. I want to know your answer. You got 10, 15 seconds to respond.
You've got until we're done talking about the hooks.
Could you imagine what the show would be like if Tank Talk with Kenny B was there?
Yes, I told you. Let's do it. We're coming down. I'm telling you, 2 weeks. You're here next Wednesday. Make it happen.
Let's take the show to
I
him.
want to know his answer by
Wednesday, the Wednesday
2
after
weeks.
next. 2 weeks.
Well, we might do a special. Maybe
Just
do a
for
special
Kenny?
with Kenny B.
Tank Talk with Kenny B.
That's what I'm doing right here.
Run it across the top
Hey,
screen.
Kenny, I need an answer.
He says game.
All right,
All right,
game
good.
on. He's in. So, Eagle Claw Trocar, EWG worms, 5/0. Just got them in. I mean, we carry them anyway, but just got restocked.
Yep.
This is a extra wide gap worm from Trocar. I mean, it's the basic EWG hook. There's a lot of guys that prefer on a worm to fish not a wide gap, a straight
hook,
shank with offset. But yeah, straight shank with an offset versus the extra wide gap with the offset.
Absolutely.
But for a creature bait, sometimes a lot of Texas rig you can do it, but with a creature bait for sure, I like the extra wide gap.
Here's a good question for you. Throwing a Carolina rig, are you throwing the EWG like this, or are you throwing the worm hook?
That's a great question. If you want my opinion, and I was Carolina rigging, what I grew up doing was the extra wide gap.
Because I know there's people that like both.
There are people that like both. And I think it depends on what bait you're throwing. If I'm throwing a worm, I like to throw it on the straight shank. Right? Versus if I'm throwing a hog or a baby brush hog or whatever, right, then I'm doing that. So I'm doing the extra wide gap. So that's where I like to be.
Okay.
So I think that's for me.
And I chose this crankbait just.
All right, last one.
Just because it's pretty.
Okay.
Norman Deep Diver 14, 12 to 14 feet. I mean, speaking of cranking, listen.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
Great looking bait.
It is a great looking bait. And this is the classic Norman lure. DD. Right? I think what's interesting is that most guys are buying rock crawlers right now from Spro. They run what? 9
Depending
to 14.
on what line.
Depending on what
9 to
line.
14.
Anything else, 9 to 14 feet. And this is 12
on
to
10,
14.
it'll really get down there.
So what's interesting when you get into crankbaits is a lot about the profile of the crankbait.
Yep.
Yes, it's all about the depth, but most of the time the depth's you're going to go, hey, I want to throw something in 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 or 8 to 12 or 12 to 14. You can go find your crankbait. And then you got your color, which is a lot of personal preference. Okay, I get 100% that people come in and want, red is great on Cumberland this time of year.
Absolutely.
And, it's no big secret, okay? And so there's certain baits, and there's certain baits. People come in. I mean, if you told me to pick what rock crawler that they want to choose right now, I've sold a ton of rock crawlers this past week and a half, and there's like 14 different rock crawlers that people have called me and asked, do you have this? Do you have this color? I want this color, and so forth. And so, I mean, there's some popular ones that are most popular, But for that being said, I think that what's interesting about the crankbait is just a profile. So if you see how this is a classic crankbait profile, and you got some of the modern ones, more of the flat sides and more how the spros and things like that are going. But this is your classic Norman deep diver. Hey, speaking of crankbaits really quick, and we're running way out of time, and I said we weren't going that long, but look at this. For those...
Where do they all go?
Listen.
There was like 100 of them.
For those that think we don't have any, I'm just letting you know that I got drop shipped this morning 100 red bug rock crawlers, and I am down to 40. Whoa. So if you need a red bug rock crawler for this weekend or soon, okay, I would do it now. This is the box that I have left of red bug. Actually, this is Ozark Crawl.
Those are really popular.
And this is Phantom Watermelon. But the rest of these are a red bug RK55s 9 to 14 feet. So if you need some red bug rock crawlers, I suggest
now
you come get them soon.
Now.
Because I am almost out, and they have been going like hotcakes today. Well, Ian,
it was
that
real,
time.
And it was fun.
It was fun.
And it was actually super exciting, this show was.
I want to say, first off, before anybody else, happy birthday tomorrow.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What do I turn, like 7?
7. You turn 17.
I do. I'm a grown boy.
But you act like you're 5. So you graduated from 4 to 5 and 17. Okay? But anyway, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show all the time. And thanks for hanging out and putting up with my goofy self.
I don't know if it's worth me putting up with you or you putting up with me.
So anyway, but everybody, please wish Ian a happy birthday tomorrow or today, or actually do it tomorrow. I want his Facebook to be flooded, his Instagram to be flooded. You can come up to the cane pole, and guess what? If you say happy birthday at the cash register tomorrow, you get 5% off, an extra 5% off. How about that? All right? Okay. How about that? That's good. So say happy birthday to Ian. Thanks, Randy, for producing the show. Talk Tank Kenny B. We'll see you.
Tank Talk.
Tank Talk, Talk Tank.
He says the 16th?
The 16th. Is that when we're doing it? Yes. Or are we going to do a special? 16th? 16th. We will do our...
Oh, are you doing that? Everybody's like, D&L tackle, D&L tackle, D&L tackle.
Yeah, until we get to 11?
11.
Oh,
number 11.
We need to know.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You got to go 11.
Okay,
who is the winner of these beautiful D&L tackle jigs?
Speaking of...
From Joshy Poo.
Hey, Tank Talk Live, while we're doing that, we're going to do it on 16th, which means we will have to do... Christmas falls on a Friday, so we'll have to do our Christmas special. Can we do it? We'll have to see if we can do a Christmas special.
We'll get it figured out.
Not, we will do part of our Christmas special with the old Kenny Baker. Man, I'm super stoked to have him down here.
Can he dress up as Santa Claus?
Can he dress up as Santa Claus? Maybe. He might do that for us.
We need one more.
So,
the next person to comment at D&L Tackle gets
two
these
jigs.
2 jigs.
The next comment.
You better hurry.
Oh, he said, did we give the D&L? So it's Steve Parker. He just made
Steve? Good job, Steve. You got to drive all the way down here and get them, though.
Yep, Steve Parker. He's number 11 by my count.
Speaking of Steve Parker, I think he is, we got those 300 Corrado K reels in that he was excited about. They just rolled in the store. So, Steve, give me a shout tomorrow, man. I'll be here at the store all day. We'll chat, and we'll get your 2 G&L jigs for you. Don't forget about the raffle, 2 jigs. You automatically get in, Steve. 2 jigs, buy 2. You get a raffle ticket going in for an SLX rod. We've got to sell a bunch of them.
What's the specs on that rod again?
I think it's a 6'10" medium jerk bait,
worm, fluke, weightless bait rod.
Yeah, rod. So top water. So
thanks, guys.
Anyway, thank you guys for
5% off the coffee tomorrow too.
5% off. Coffee's free at the cane pole.
So you owe me money.
Yeah, we only charge you, Randy, for coffee at the cane pole.
You owe me 5. You owe me a nickel.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys for tuning in.
Oh yeah.
Kenny, we'll talk later about our show coming up. We'll have something awesome for that.
You got your special coming up next.
And we got our
special roll-in, so don't forget.
Before you leave, make sure you stay tuned that we got our special roll in about the brand new high school trifecta series that is coming up right now.
Hey, welcome everybody. I wanted to introduce a couple of people to you here. This is Brian Elmore at Central Kentucky Sonar. This is Kent Florence. Both of these guys sit on the board of directors for the Tri-School High School Bass Challenge Series that we started here recently. And my name is John Webb. I wanted to touch base on the new series. As many know, we already have the Trifecta adult series, and some of the kids fish them now. But obviously, over the last year and a half, I've had the series for the high schoolers kind of in the wings a little bit, and been thinking about trying to promote that for those students. So the high school Trifecta series will take place in April, first Saturday in April. Again, we have 5 tournament qualifiers for the kids. A little different take on this deal with the series for the students. Some criteria and management of the criteria for the kids. First and foremost, 7th grade to 12th grade. They have to be enrolled in school in good standing, and they have to not have graduated prior to the first tournament. So that's an important thing, number one. These tournaments are designed to elevate the kids to another level of fishing. Now, some say that, you know, money is the root of all evil, but regardless of that, it lets them be able to control their own movements more, and the importance to get into another level to achieve a goal. And with us behind that in the series, this lets them feel like that their self-worth is better, and they're going to probably be a little bit more attentive about how they act in the boat. And we said it all along that I believe that the Trifecta series brings the best out of a bunch of people around here, and more people are coming every day. So feel the same way about the kids. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely.
So ultimately, our goal here is to let these students excel at a higher level and be involved at a higher level and be rewarded the right way. So a few things about the series. We will take the top 50 teams by points to the High School Challenge Classic for the Trifecta. And only 50. You will be in by points. You get points by if you weigh a fish or you don't. So that creates better effort. You know, we have a lot of high school things going on now where we change the length of the fish you have, or the criteria based on what you can catch. You know, I've never been a fan of changing size limits to be able to create a better tournament. I think it's all about effort. So we're going to keep all the size limits wherever we go here now in the future. We're going to keep them state regulated. Same way for an adult. It's about effort. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 5 qualifiers. We're going to pay 5 places for every qualifier. The adult series, which again, some kids, you know, they come and fish with us too, but we're going to take the top 10 places as the adult series, and we're going to lower that down and pay 5 places for the students. So we're looking for a good boat count on that. We're going to pay 5 places, $50 a boat. Let me explain where the money is. $35 of that entry fee will be paid back at the ramp for every boat. If you have 50 boats in the tournament, every boat, $35 will be taken out of that and paid back that day in the top 5 places, including big fish. The $15 remaining money will go directly into the Classic at the end of the year, which our own Trifecta series has been huge. I mentioned a few minutes ago to some folks that we paid well over $110,000 in our Trifecta Classic. The students and their criteria will be based on the same thing, just at a lower amount to get their foot in the door. This lets them climb into our series if they want to later on down the road, pursue a more professional system if they want to. But I really believe this dynamic changes how the students act in the boat. I think that they'll change their whole situation because of the goal. I understand the situation with the trophies. I agree with it. I was a coach for 3.5 years. I supported it wholeheartedly, still do. This is a different level. We need to get behind these kids, let them know we care about them. They support cane pole. They support Central Kentucky Sonar, Marine Works, all the boat dealers around. Kids are the future. We've said it for years. Backing it up, this is a way we're going to back it up. This is the best way I saw that we could back it up. Got a lot of support from a lot of coaches around the state already. We are going to have a town hall meeting somewhere when we can, long before the tournament, and we're all going to sit in the same place and we're going to talk about it for the students, for the kids. We invite the parents. I'll put all that information out on the Facebook page. Our Facebook page is the Trifecta Series High School Bass Challenge. You can see it online anytime you want. Make some comments, post. All of the information relative to the tournament series will be on the Facebook page. That's how we communicate. Phone numbers on there. You can reach out to me. And the guys, you can always reach out to Brian at Central Kentucky Sonar too. He's easy to find. So outside of that, we're very excited about trying to move forward with the series and getting all the students and the parents, the vendors involved for the right reason. Let's show them we care. Let's get it to another level, and let's get the year going. So outside of that, that's what I have for you today, and we'll be back in touch in the future, and thanks for joining us.
Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology, lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY. Thanks for watching the Cane Pole Fishing Show. Visit the Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza or on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and happy fishing. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub.